Alright, it's close enough to 9 o'clock, so let's go ahead and get this started. Hello, everybody, and welcome to my stream. My name is Technomagus, if you don't already know who I am, and we are going to be finishing up Megaman X4 today. So let's go ahead and get started. When we last left off, we were on the Zero playthrough. We had just cleared through Magma Dragoon in what had to have been record time. So, we've still got a couple Mavericks left to go and kill, so let's go ahead and get started as soon as my... There we go. As soon as my controller decides to start working. Alright, so we still have 5 Mavericks to kill. Now that we have Magma Dragoon's weapon, we actually have 2 different Mavericks we can go against, who both react very badly against it. But before we do that, we actually want to go to Web Spider so that we can grab the Heart Tank in his stage. It's exactly where it was in the X playthrough. So we've got to go running through here real quick. Alright, so nothing we haven't already seen here. It's just a little easier to get through here now that we have the double jump. We still don't have Zero's air dash yet, but that will be getting a little bit later. Alright, so as I told you before, the Heart Tank is hidden in one of the tree trunks in this section of the stage, which we will be getting to in just a moment. And just like in the X playthrough, you have to use the weapon from Magma Dragoon in order to obtain it. Well, in this case, the technique, the Ryu engine. Now I actually have to go in from the other side because I don't have Zero's air dash yet. And now that we've got the Heart Tank, we can go ahead and escape out. Alright. So up next, let's go to Frost Walrus. Frost Walrus will give us our aerial attack, which is the down and special weapon button to do a downward ice stab. Also, we can pick up the weapon tank and the EX tank while we're in here. And just like with the X playthrough, you need to use the fire attack to get the heart container. And double jump makes this much easier than lightning web does. Alright, on to the mini-boss. In case you're wondering, yes, you can combo into all of Zero's techniques. Alright, now that we got the weapon tank, which is actually completely useless on a Zero playthrough, let's go ahead and get to Frost Walrus, so that we can murder him with our sword. Alright, Frost Walrus is even easier on the Zero playthrough than he is on the X playthrough. And you saw how easy he was on the X playthrough. Like I said, even easier than on the X playthrough. Because of the nice little thing we call double jump. Basically, what the Hyoretsu-zan does is Zero encases his Z-Saber in a block of, or in a icicle and charges straight downward. And of course, the boss that's weak to this is Jet Stingray, who is like the worst boss to actually try and use this technique on. But first, since we killed 4 Mavericks, we have to go fight Karma. So let's go and fight Karma. Enjoy the crappy dialogue.
I'm disappointed in you, Colonel. Ah! What is it you're doing? It's not too late. Stop the coup now. Insurgents. Prepare yourself!
Stop, please! Brother, please! Don't you remember? Zero saved my life.
Very well. Stay alive for now. But next time.
Zero, please don't fight with my brother. If you do, I'm afraid that one of you may end up.
Someone must stop Repliforce.
Zero!
Alright, so now that we have successfully defeated Colonel, we can go on to killing the rest of the Mavericks. Or should I say Repliforce Insurgents. Yes, Zero gets to completely bypass the encounter with Colonel. Alright, so now let's go ahead and get to Jet Stingray, which means we get to do the wonderful Ride Chaser segment again, for like the 5th time. Hopefully I can get through it on the first try and get the sub-tank so that I don't have to come back to this place. Alright, so we got the hard tank. So now we just need to survive the rest of this section so that we can get to the second area for the sub-tank. Alright. Wow, lag. Okay, moving on to section 2. I need to not do that. Nope, and we missed the sub-tank. Cool, we're good at this game. Alright, we'll just have to come back later for it. Let's go kill Stingray. Alright, just like the X playthrough, oops, it's just use the ice weapon. Now, of course, you have to... Best way to do it is double jump and then activate it, and then it'll cause him to burst out. Of course, getting the timing down is a little bit trickier than the X playthrough, because you have to get right up next to him. But once you get the timing down, he is just as easy as he was in the X playthrough. He's down. 3 more to go. Now, Jet Stingray does not give an actual battle technique. He instead gives a mobility upgrade. The Hienkyaku is Zero's air dash. There is no combat ability with the air dash. It's just simply the ability to air dash. Alright, so let's go ahead and try and get that sub-tank. If we fail, then we're just going to go ahead and go on to the next stage, because you really only need 1 sub-tank. And we'll be able to get the next sub-tank in Cyber Peacock stage, just like in the X playthrough. Alright. And now we don't need. And now that Jet Stingray is dead, we don't actually need to worry about him getting in our way while trying to go for the sub-tank. I just need to remember the dash in the correct plot, or in the correct place, so that I don't crash into a wall and die. Yeah, see, normally Jet Stingray would be harrying us at this point, but he's dead, so we don't care. There we go. Alright, we got it. Okay, so up next, we're going to go after Cyber Peacock. So that we can get the other, sub-tank. Now, since Zero doesn't have armor upgrades like X does, Cyber Peacock's rewards are a little different. The first race only gives you a 1-up instead of the hard tank. The second race gives you the hard tank, and then the third one gives you the sub-tank. Keep in mind, you have to S-rank all 3 of them in order to get the bonus. Of course, just like in the X playthrough, it's the weapon from Split Mushroom that gives you, or that lets you break through these blocks. Or lets you break through the capture balls, I should say. Alright, come on. Wow, I can really control this well. Alright, there's our heart tank. So now we get the fun one for the sub-tank. Fortunately, double jump makes getting up here a lot easier than it was with X. Alright, now we have the sub-tank. Yay! Alright, now we're at Cyber Peacock. Yay! That was easy. Alright, so since we don't have the soul body to disrupt Cyber Peacock like we did in the next playthrough, instead he is weak to the Ryu engine, the rising fire slash. No, come on. There we go. Alright, we only got 2 Mavericks left to go. Now, Rakuoa is Zero's Giga attack, which is done by hitting the R2 button. What it does is Zero punches the ground and sends out a wave of energy blasts in all directions. This is Zero's only weapon energy using move. He gets 4 shots. You can regenerate it either by collecting weapon energy power-ups or taking damage. So you will almost never not have full ammo for it unless you use it liberally. It's not really that helpful. I mean, yes, it is a ranged attack that Zero gets to use, but it's really only useful against Storm Owl. Alright. Yep, crap. Oh, I'm good at this game. The Falcon armor in X4 has infinite flight, which is actually rather useful. Because you can just cruise right on along. Now, unfortunately, though, even if you manage to keep it all the way to the end of the section, you do not get to take it with you into Part 2, as I will demonstrate. As we get past the Death Beam. As soon as you get to the end of the stage, you automatically jump out and teleport away. Now, in case you're wondering, it is actually possible to get up to the X capsule area with Zero with some very clever use of the double jump. It is not worth it. There's nothing up there, there's no point in even trying. Alright. Okay, time for Storm Owl. Now, when you're fighting Storm Owl, the best thing to do is wait until he's right up on Zero before activating the Rakoha, because each one that hits him deals damage. So you want to try to get him as close as possible so you can hit him with as many shots as possible. Come on. Oop. You also want to try and activate it before he swoops down on you. Come on, come on. That way you can actually kill him or without needing to take damage to restore the Rakoha, or using your your weapon tank. Alright, let's go ahead and clear out the final Maverick before we split off the video. Tenkuha is an upgrade to the Z-Saber. It allows him to destroy or deflect certain enemy shots, basically more than what you could normally deflect. It doesn't actually give you any kind of advantage against any of the bosses. In later games it does, but not in X4. Alright, so off to fight Slash Beast at the military train. The final Maverick, or rather Repliforce Insurgent, and also the final Heart Tank are in this stage. As you can see, it gives Zero Z-Saber a nice purple color. Alright. And I'm just tanking damage like a pro. Alright, mini-boss time. As you can see, Zero has a significantly easier time against this thing than X does. Alright, Zero, stop clinging to the walls and actually, you know, blow up, destroy the blocks like you're supposed to. Okay, apparently you don't actually need the right armor to get the heart tank in this stage, since it's actually sitting right on top of this particular train car. Alright. I'm gonna go fight Slash Beast. Alright, so unlike in the X playthrough, Slash Beast does not actually have a weakness in the Zero playthrough, so he is... or there basically is no way to trip him up and break his claws. So you just have to keep fighting him. And he is about as difficult as he was in the X playthrough. Just in case. Yes, impale yourself on my sword. Shipuka is Zero's dashing slash. So while Zero is dashing, if you hit the triangle button, he will basically stop his, or he'll basically do like a lower dash along with a slash with his beam saber. Deals extra damage. Theoretically, Web Spider is supposed to be weak to it, but considering you can't actually ever hit him with it, yeah. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and break off the video here, and when I get back, we will continue with the endgame for Zero's playthrough. Oh, hold on. First, go through the story. Alright, so stay tuned. I'll be back in just a minute.